Hello there and welcome to my video. Um, in this tutorial I will mostly talk about Green with Envy. This software is extremely useful if you are used to MEC Afterburner and you want to overclock your NVIDIA graphics card. I just open a terminal here and make a screen fetch so you can see what I'm using. I'm actually using Arch Linux here, and I'm using GNOME. And as you can see on this old computer that I'm having, actually also using AMD 6-core CPU that I have overclocked in the BIOS to 4.2 gigahertz. And my GPU is only a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 Super. So as you can see, this software is a part of this one here. You can see here that GVE will show up here in the bar, and it's very useful if always show the temperature here, and with also have a like a nice logo here on the side. What you can do with this software is that you can make a profile, an overclock profile, and extremely easy here, as you can see. And if you do the screen a little more here, pull it on the side, you will also see here the temp, the critical temp, the slowdown, the shutdown temp, and also the duty of the fan of the graphics card. And as you can see here, I also created a custom profile. So you can see here that it starts from 0, then it goes up, and it has like a good temperature limit. This is important because you need to make a custom profile, because or else you will end up maybe with the graphics card that will actually overheat, because you're actually pushing it more hard than you should. So to come this far as I have, you really have to use Xorg. You cannot use this software with other managers. What I mean here is that you cannot use Wayland because it will not work with Wayland. So let's start. First, what we have to do, I have to go inside the terminal here, and you have to cd into the X11 ILS here, and you can see I have a X11 file here. So I will nano into that one, xorg.conf, because what you need to do here is that you have to add a few lines into this Xorg file. And the only thing you have to do is add this option here. As you see here under the section device, you have to add this line. Option coolbits 12. Coolbits, it will say to the NVIDIA driver that you actually can overclock it. So after you have made your own X11 file, which you can easily do from NVIDIA settings, and I will put a link in the description below to an article that I have made especially for this, so you can start very easy. Alright, so that's how it works. And also, if you are used to like CPU Z on Windows, you will have a similar program here with CPU X in Linux. As I can see here, it will also show everything, the core speed, everything. You can also start a daemon here, so you will get more info. It's very easy to install, usually in the repository of your Linux version that you are using. So that is basically it. First, when you will start up Green with Ivy for the first time, what will happen is, of course, you will not have any GPU offset or mem offset here. You will also have a standard profile here. But let's see here. This is also something that's very useful called power. And it's very safe to do so. Because when you're overclocking, the card will like to withdraw more power. And in this case, I can actually go to 120. If I click apply here, and I put my sudo password, you see now what happens here is that the limit is 120 watts and the power limit has been applied. So now you have done what you can with your overclocking. First of all, you should know how to overclock. I mean, you must know how far you can push your GPU. What I have done is that I'm actually in a very safe limit here with my card, the GTX 650 Super. When I have a GPU offset to 100 MHz and 1000 on the memory here, I never have any problems, and I get an few extra FPS while I'm gaming. So before you start and start to overclock your GPU, it's all up to you. There is no if you do something wrong here, you're going to end up with lockups and graphics that it's flickering or whatever. So to overclock your GPU, you should start very slowly with those numbers. You start with, let's say, 50 here, and then you're working yourself up until you come to the right limit, so to speak. Same here with the memory. You should find a guide on YouTube or somewhere else where you can see how people are overclocking the GPU that you are having, so you don't make any kind of mistakes. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and I will put the link below here so you can easily do the same, and hopefully it will work as great for you as it did here for me. Thank you very much.